Are you looking for a fantastic country to work and live in? Did France come up to your mind? Perfect. Everything in this country is so special that it makes you enjoy life. Working there will be a balanced life. But don't you need a French work visa to go there? Hi, this is Max from the Visa Library. In this video, I will explain whether you need a French work visa or not, its requirement, the application process, validity, fees, and more. Okay, no time to waste. Subscribe to our channel and support us and get a surprise at the end of the video. Let's go. Who needs a France work visa? Whether you need a France work visa or not depends on the length of your stay in France and your nationality. First, determine whether you will be working less than 90 days or longer than that. First, let's take a look at the working up to 90 days. The EU and EEA members do not need a work visa for France. There's more. You can see the full list of countries that are free of France work visas in our article. Link is in the description. If your country is not on that list, then you need a France short stay work visa. Secondly, let's talk about working for longer than 90 days. Your nationality decides if you need a work visa for longer than 90 days. The EU, EEA, and mentioned countries do not need a France work visa. It is true even if they want to work for longer than 90 days. However, they have to inform the authorities of their presence. Citizens of the rest of the world have to apply for a France work visa. Remember that you have to apply for a work visa before you get to France. The French law does not allow you to apply for it after arriving. Okay, I understand. You are still in doubt and have not found the answer. You can use the France Visa's website's official tool to know whether you need a France work visa or not. The link is this. And you can still look at it in our article. What are the France work visa types? There are two types of French work visa besides the main work visa that you can apply for. Number one, France working holiday visa. It allows you to work and have fun in the country for 1 year and only a few countries can apply. Number two, France Talent Passport. The France Talent Passport is a work permit. If you have a job offer from a French employer or want to work for yourself, a passport talent is your option. You can move to the country through investment as well. You can invest in an existing company or set up your own company. How to apply for a France work visa? As I mentioned, there are different types of French work visas. The application process for each one might be a little bit different. Also, based on your nationality, you might have to go through particular procedures. Let me tell you about the standard application process for a France work visa. Step 1. Check if you're eligible. Before you do anything, research the requirements for a France visa or working there. You might not qualify with them. If not, try to work on your conditions and change them. Step 2. Check if you need a visa. I already talked about it. Remember that there are two types of visas. Short stay for up to 90 days and long stays for longer than 90 days. Step 3. Get a job offer. If you want to work as an employed person, you need to get a job offer. It is particularly true with the non-EU residents. Keep in mind that the French employer must begin the application process. You cannot do anything on your own. So, first, find a job offer with an employer. You should agree on the conditions. The offer must lead to a work contract. The French employer must have advertised the offer in France and the EU. If he or she could not find anyone, then the employer can offer you the job. The French officials might require proof of that. One last thing. The offered job must fulfill minimum pay requirements. It is about 1,680 euros per month and about 11 euros per hour in 2022. Step 4. Get a residence permit. The work visa is permission to enter France. The residence permit is the authorization to work in France issued by the officials. When you and the future employer agree on the work contract, he or she begins the application process. If you come as a scientist or researcher, the employer will apply to the When you need to work for longer than 90 days, you need a long-stay work visa. The employer will apply to the Ministry of Labor. When the ministry confirms the permit, then they will send it to the OFII, or French Office of Immigration and Integration. Then the OFII will send the permit to the French embassy in your home country. Now, you as the employee can apply to the French embassy for a work visa. Step 5. Complete the application form. Get the application form from the French embassy in your country. Remember to complete the appropriate application form. The short stay and long stay applications are different. Complete the form with extra care. Focus on the information you put it in. They must match your documents. Then print, date, and sign it. Step 6. Collect the required documents. I will talk about them later, so don't worry. Step 7. Set a visa appointment. Schedule a visa meeting with the French embassy. You can set it through their website, by a phone call, or visiting them in person. Memorize the exact date and time of the appointment. You have to get there in person to submit your documents. Step 8. Go to the interview with the embassy. Visit them on time to submit your requirements. There might be some delay while entering the embassy, so get there a bit early. Submit all the requirements to the officials, then pay the fee for visa processing. The fee or cost of the visa depends on its type and the embassy you apply to. Do not throw away the receipt, please. Keep it, as you have to show it to the officer. And finally, you might have to pass an interview. The officials will ask about your visit and your background. Step 9. Wait for the processing. Wait until the French embassy processes your visa. When you want to leave the embassy, ask them about the processing time. You could get a date to wait for your visa. You never know. The required time depends on the embassy and the visa you need. When they issue the visa, they inform you to get it. Once you receive it, you can move to France. Congratulations. Do you have to apply for a residence permit? Yes. If you are a non-EU national and will be staying for longer than 3 months, make contact with the OFII in France and find the nearest office. Schedule an appointment with them, then gather the requirements. Visit the OFII office in time and bring the requirements. Bear in mind that you have to complete an application form. Link is in our article about this visa. The OFII officials might assess your language proficiency skills as well. When everything goes well, the OFII will put a sticker on your passport. It will demonstrate that your stay in France is legal. What are the requirements for a France work visa? I told you I will talk about them. Number 1, application form. There are 2 types of application forms, the short stay and long stay. You could get the form from the France embassy's website in your country. Be extra cautious with the information you put in the application. After completing, print, date, and sign it. Number 2, job contract. Provide a contract between you and the French employer. Both of you must sign it. Also, It must contain all the details of your employment, like payments, working hours, the duration of the contract, the nature of the job you will be performing, the rank of position you will have in the company, and other important details. Number 3, photo. You need 2 identical passport size photos. They cannot be older than 3 months. Also, their background must be clear. Number 4, passport. It must not be older than 10 years. It must hold validity for a minimum of 3 months over the date you will leave France. The officials need 2 blank pages in the passport to stick the visa on it. Number 5, proof to have enough funds. Being able to cover your expenses is a must. You could provide bank statements for the latest 3 months, your job contract showing your salary in France, a letter of support from a friend or family member, or any form of document that proves you can support yourself. Number 6, clean record. Provide a clean record certificate from the police in your home country. Number 7, proof of paid visa fees. Number 8, insurance. You need to have valid health insurance in France. It must be valid until you begin your work. When you start, the insurance from your job will cover you. Number 9, accommodation proof. Make it clear where you will stay in France. Remember to have the documents translated into French. The authorities could ask for additional documents. And yeah, that's it. How much does a France work visa cost? It depends on the type of visa. If you're applying for a France long stay visa, you need 99 euros, and for a short stay visa, you have to pay 80 euros. Bear in mind that the French embassy in your country might charge you more. They might require additional pay for a service. You could also benefit from a discount. How long is the France work visa valid? France short stay work visa is valid for up to 90 days. The long stay work visa's validity depends on your work contract. Yet, it is often valid for 1 year, but you could extend it. Can you work in France through the EU Blue Card? Yes. The French law permits you to work in France through the EU Blue Card. It was introduced to tackle the workforce shortage in the EU countries. Non-EU citizens can move to one of the EU countries and work there. There are a few principles over the EU Blue Card. If you meet them, very well, you can get a job in the EU. Can you work in France with a tourist visa? No. The tourist visa only allows you to visit the country. If you participate in a paid job under a tourist visa, you will have to face heavy consequences. It could be prison or deportation. Here's a question. It is easy to get a job in France? The answer depends on various factors. Some of them are out of your control. One of them is whether there is a job opportunity for you or not. It depends on the job market in France. Keep searching to know when there is a job available for you. Also, you have to work on your qualifications. Here's another question. Can you move to France without a job? It depends on your conditions. If you are an EU, EEA, or Switzerland national, you can move without a job. You can search for a job and then begin working. If you are a non-EU national, mostly you need a job offer to be able to move to the country. There's another possibility that you want to invest in the country. The rules are a bit different in this situation. Can you get a job in France without speaking French? No. French is the dominant language in France. Other languages like English are common, but you must know some French to be able to work in the country. Bear in mind that some jobs might require you to provide a language proficiency certificate. Can you bring your family member to France on their work visa? Whether you can bring your family depends on your residence permit. If you have a France long stay work visa, you can bring your family after 18 months of staying in the country. Remember, the rules are subject to change. Ask the immigration authorities in France or the French embassy. Well, there you go. Now you can go and start your French work visa application after you subscribe to our channel and like the video. Now, about that surprise, I've put a link for our article in the description. You can go to our website and download the free cheat sheet I have prepared for you. Thank you all for watching.